Well, it's that time again. Outer Points Productions is about to go live with another Knockout Challenge match. Join me, Little Cheddar, and my guest live at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, as we will be delivering some of the best mediocre commentary in the business. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the match, and don't forget to jump in the chat and say hello. Please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you right after this word from our fabulous sponsors.
Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's charter fishing fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Welcome, everyone, to the KO Challenge Studios here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. We're at the Varsity Club. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz, and thank you, everybody, for being here. We have a very exciting night. It is not Scotch doubles. It is not mic'd up, so didn't realize I didn't change that yet, but we are definitely in round one. But this is the brand new 1.4 $4.99 under 64 player bracket yet again. And we've got the new format. So that is not the right button that I wanted to push. Well, anywho, we've got, we've talked about this before. The wheel is gone. Other than the remainder of the Scotch doubles, obviously we're going to be using it for that. But after that, the wheel is gone. Retirement. Just like my wife. Not yet. 19 days. Anyway, we've got from Wausau, Cheryl Erbrecht, and from, I believe, right here in Oshkosh, because he's here every single night of the week. His name is Meng Vang. So the new format, I'm gonna describe that to everybody as we get a little bit further along, but it's going to be 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. And we're going to start out with 8-ball, and I'll explain the rest in a little bit. I'm going to get the players to lag, and we are going to get this started. This is going to be fun. I don't know about anybody else. We've been talking about this for a little while. I'm pretty excited to see this format. We've already had 5 matches in the last 2 days, and 2 have gone to a shootout already, which is pretty exciting. So, with that being said, I shall return. Yeah. All right, let's do this. So, if you look at the scoreboard, you've got an 8-ball, a 9-ball, and a 10-ball. Each one has the race above it. We are going to start out with a race to 4 8-ball. This is winner break. Rack your own, and they are using the magic rack. So, after the race to 4 8-ball, it will be a race to 5 9-ball. Typical 9-ball rules are in effect for the KO Challenge series. No 9-ball breaks. 3-foul rule is in effect. Of course, slop counts in 9-ball. If one of the players tonight wins the first 2 sets, the match is over. If they split the first 2 sets, no matter what the score is, whether it's 4-1 or 5-2 or whatever the score is, it's all about winning the set. If it goes to a 3rd set, they're going to play 10-ball, race to 4. If at some point set number 3 of 10-ball gets to hill, which is 3-3, it will result, and I hope this happens tonight, it will result in a shootout. It has happened, like I said, 2 out of 5 matches already have reached a shootout. If it does get to a shootout, each player is going to get 3 shots on the spotted 10-ball. If, say, just for example, both players make 2 out of 3, it goes to sudden death, where each player gets 1 shot, back and forth, until somebody misses. Well, if they obviously both miss, we continue. If out of those 3 shots, 1 player makes 3, 1 player makes 2, obviously the match is over with the player that made 3. Is everybody completely confused right now? If so, it's 100% Tim Stockinger's fault. If you're not confused, then I had a better description than what it may have sounded like. I love this format, and so far from what I understand, I've talked to some of the players that have played already, and they're really enjoying it. Instead of the long race to 8, the long race to 9, it's a mixture of everything. Potentially could be over in 9 games. So, if you do have any questions, please, at any time, feel free to jump in the chat and holler at me. What's going on, Fred Renner? Justin Ellingson, one of the competitors in 1.4. Pete Best liked and shared, as always. Thank you very kindly. Kyle Vertel, thank you to the donation to the stream this evening. So it looks like, what's going on, Rolling Star? Heck of an attempt. So Meng has been here, like I said earlier, constantly. He's always playing with friends and practicing hard at the game. which it's been cool to watch. So it's fun to see him actually testing himself as a novice player, and he's gotten very good. So I'd be very interested to see how this all plays out. And again, I'll get the prize pool up there in just a moment, but this is it's $5,000 for first place. The trophy, of course, all the challenge chips, and I think it's $3,750 in the player auction, if I remember correctly. I have to pull that up. Uh-oh. There's a friendly little nudge. Tiernan Tots, yes. I'm all by myself. All right. This for game number 1 of set number 1 for Meng Vang. Dennis Molson, the link is actually Knockout Challenge 1.4. It should be in the digital pool. Let me see if I can get it on here. It's a pain in the butt to try to do on your phone. I'll see if I can. Thanks a lot, Dennis. We do have, we had just had a match that concluded down at, I forgot where they played. But earlier this afternoon at 2 o'clock, Tim Sonnenberg, trying to find the, and Charles Domel played at the Ballroom, and Tim ended up winning that match 12-9. They went to a third set. At Margell's tonight in Fond du Lac, we've got Jim Sorensen and Danny Hill. It's going to be a very good match. They're only, I think, 8 points apart in Fargo. Okay, right there is the link, Dennis. Old school. I couldn't agree more. I think he's played in, some of the Friday night tournaments and some of the Sunday tournaments, but for Meng to get on a stream match for his first big tournament, man, I give him a lot of credit. That takes some cojones. You're welcome, Dennis. So for this tournament, there was for every 60 points gap in Fargo. Or I shouldn't say it that way. Not for every 60 points. If there were a 60-point gap in Fargo for any of the matches, the higher rated player would have to win one extra game in each set. So far, that is not coming to play in round one at all. I don't think there's anybody that out of the 64 players where there's going to be any handy or one game spot. So that's pretty cool. Even up all the way around. Great shot. Great shot. Man, that cue ball just rolls and rolls and rolls. Whoops. Wrong scoreboard on that one. We just won't use that view anymore today. I think if I was Cheryl, I would, I like what she's doing here. I would play that 6-ball. Even if she comes off the rail first, I think she's got a better opportunity than if she plays this nasty cut on the 1-ball. I don't think there's much future. Nicely done. And a shot. That's not very nice of you. What you said about Taylor. That's... Well, Cheryl has a shot on the 7-ball, but I'm not sure if that's going to lead to anything. So you always learn something new every day, right? That's what they tell you. I learned that Cheryl is actually the mom of the Kaspritsky boys, Dave and Cap. I did not know that. So, you guys better be watching your mom. Not the worst idea, but did it accomplish anything? Still going to have to deal with the 1 and the 4. Old school. Is there going to be another stroke zone? I'd like to at some point. Let me put it this way. We're going to be using stroke zone. We're going to be using the Projection Pro billiards system. But it's probably not going to be another stroke zone challenge. And if after this game, I'm going to put it up on the screen for you, because I've talked about it repeatedly. It's a major production, and it's going to cost a little bit in sponsor money. So it's going to be a lot to handle, and it's going to take some time. So I've been talking about Triple B, which is the big break billiards. It's coming. I don't know if, I think maybe I'll put a poll out there on Facebook to see who all would like to see another stroke zone challenge. Good shot. Let me ask you this, old school. Is stroke zone something that you enjoyed watching? Or was it something that you would enjoy playing on your own home system? Or do you want to play in the tournament itself? I guess that would be my question. I think it might be theirs. I think it might be theirs. Good shot by Cheryl. Held that very nicely for the 4 ball. So I think she has a pretty good angle to just float forward with this and play the 8 in the right-hand side. Just doesn't want to get stuck behind the 11. Just like that. Nicely done. Good shot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nerves. Guaranteed. All right, 2-0. I could not agree more. Old school. And that's with the KO challenge. It's been, it's 265 entry. So I can't make it, a race to 5 or race to 6 or something like that, especially being single elimination. I want to give the players their money's worth. And sometimes that has caused, with the long races of 8, 9, 10, we've all seen it. Some of the matches have gone really, really long. So I'm hoping this new format is going to be more exciting for the players, more exciting for the viewers, and less time with potentially the same amount of games, because it's a mixture of, like I said, 8, 9, and 10. Because when you get a race to 9 or a race to 10 8-ball, just the 8-ball, that's the 6 hours. Just can't keep doing that. I'll be divorced. Old school, do you have hooked himself. Do you have the system at home? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Obviously. I see that. Once in a while, my wife, not even once in a while, my wife says I don't pay attention. Starting to believe it's true. I don't blame you. Man, all I did on my days off was play golf. Since I started the stream, I don't get to play at all anymore. So I respect the hunting and fishing. All right, so Cheryl has elected to play safe. Not sure. That really didn't do much. It's a good safe, but nothing changed. Pretty funny, Taylor. All right, good hit. Man, speaking of which, weren't you out on the golf course today, Taylor? By the sound of things in the chat, it sure seemed that way anyway. That's a good shot. And she does have a shot on the 1 ball. Good one, Dan Yenner. All right. Cheryl's kind of painting herself into a corner here. She can pocket the 3 in the side pretty easily. Just float forward for the 2 in the corner, but there's no future for the 5 ball. Kind of like Taylor trying to get out. Or, actually, even worse, Dan Yenner trying to get out. My apologies to everybody out there. If you were not involved in the... So we had a player auction for the Scotch doubles. And prior to the start of the auction, we had Dan Yenner give a demonstration for everybody that was here on how to lose on the stream table. He did such a good job. It was probably one of the best clinics that I've ever witnessed, because the man knows what he's talking about. I'm not sure. I don't remember the record, but I don't think he's won a match. He's been on the stream table, I don't know, 10, 15 times. Still want to play this game, huh, Dan? All righty. Yeah, and it was one of those clinics, too, that thank God it was free. Yeah. It's the Dan Yenner stream table. How to lose in 10 games or less. Well, if Cheryl's doing what I think she's doing, purposely shooting at the 2 in hopes, well, if she does miss it, then, yeah, that's quite all right. 2-way shot. I think Old School's comment is actually the best one of the night so far. Oofta. Mission accomplished for Cheryl. Now, you got to make it count. Yep. Play the 5. Play the 3 in the side, the 2, and then the 8. I like it. Do it. What's going on, Al Jordan? Where the hell have you been? Yep. Consider it done, Taylor Collar. Consider it done. All right. Cheryl's got to bear down on this one so she doesn't yenner it in the upper right-hand corner. You've been drinking. Well, how is that different than before, Al? Come on, man. You're always toasting us in the chat. Beautiful. Center pocket. Excellent. All right. Cheryl opens her account. Gets herself on the board. Two to one. No yennering on that 8-ball. Hey, did everybody hear? This is kind of a big announcement because we have a celebrity in the chat tonight, and I didn't know if you guys are aware of that because he talks about it repeatedly. He's actually my partner in the Scotch doubles. So put your hands together if you don't mind. The winner of the inaugural 1.0 KO challenge, Mr. Mike Misevich. If you've never heard that name before, well, then you've never talked to him. What are we doing here? Are we switching from Magic Rack to... Okay. Love you, buddy. That's what friends are for. You've been yennered. I just heard through the plexiglass she's hoping that this lasts till midnight. I think that's what I heard. We should have these players mic'd up too. Salsa Man, the Savage. Old school. That is a very good point. And I mentioned to them that it's unwritten rule. I did not put it in the chat, or it's not in the rule book, but if you do start with the wood rack, you got to finish the match with the wood rack. If you start with the magic rack, you got to finish with the magic rack. It's really not my call. If they want to switch it up, man, dilemmas. Uh-oh. Oh, you got a mini table, Mike? Weird. Never heard that. Taylor, are you busy? You're going to go watch Corey Peterson go umpire a softball game? The Spanish-American League? What's going on, Al Holden? Thanks for the like and the share. Yes, I will be enforcing that after this game. I have to. And I knew that. I just didn't want to do it right in the middle of the game. Nice combo. Bank combo to break everything up besides. That's beautiful. Ooh, ow, oh. Mike. Bringing it tonight, huh? Good shot. I don't think I like this choice. There's too much traffic here. Yeah, that would have. I don't think that would have been turned on no matter what he did there. I think I would have liked to seen him shoot that 6 ball, and all he had to do was avoid the 15. That would have been it. Dan Yenner, I've actually been following your Fargo more than anybody else in the state of Wisconsin. I keep watching how it's like a yo-yo. It is up and down and up and down. I mean, like, unbelievable fluctuation. So I've been scheduling all the Knockout Challenge tournaments to avoid you getting in any more of them. So if you're at 540 something or whatever, it's always going to be at 575 and under. You know, if you get back up to 560 something, then I'll do a 550. Yes, it's not a completely final decision yet, Mike and Dan, but I am going to, and this is quite a bit of deliberation. You know, I really would like to give an amateur a check for, or cash for $35,000, but $1,200 it's a big chunk of change, and I mean, if you really wanted to play, you know, the players are going to save for it. And it's 3 months away. But I think it would fill faster if I literally cut the price in half. B is, who's not going to be happy paying $625 entry or $650 entry or whatever? I'm still doing some of the math to win. First place would be $18,000. Not a bad take. So, what's going on, Joel Thayer? Joel is one of the contestants, I believe. Joel, you're Michigan, right? Michigan or Iowa? I forgot. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not a subscriber yet, I'd greatly appreciate it. Old school with another oofta. Mosini. Yeah, see? Michigan. Same thing. That's what I said. Sergeant B, what's going on? Cheryl has to be careful of... She's got to find a way to get on that 10-11. She doesn't want to allow Meng to get on the hill. So right now, old school, with the $1,200 entry, Wisconsin is full. Michigan has 14. Iowa has 14. Illinois has 4. Missouri has 3. Indiana has 0. Ohio has 0. And I'm trying to think of Minnesota has none yet either. So I promise you that, well, I shouldn't say I promise you, but I am really thinking that if I cut the price in half, it's going to spread a lot faster than what it already has. I've only had the flyer out for a week, and it's already a third full at 128 players. So I'm pretty happy with, I do believe it's going to fill. So if you are not privy or know the man himself, Mr. Bill Larson, now we have another funny, thanks to Dan Yenner. I think we should tell both stories. Well, that one's going to go on. So look who just rolled into the chat. That would be Bill. Bill, you're funny. You're wow. Never mind. Your story is still the funniest. All right, Meng decided to hook himself, kind of like he yennered himself again. All right, Cheryl with an opportunity to tie up this match at 2 apiece. Hopefully, she's not gonna yenner herself. Sergeant B, she has definitely done that tonight already. Not a big fan of this. Well, I mean, as long as she sets it up very straight to get to, yeah, that I like this decision much better. Play the 10 first, or, yeah, play the 10 first. It's basically a stop shot or pull it back just a smidge. I like shooting the 11 next, though. Didn't bring it back quite enough, so now she's going to have to play the 12, which is fine. A lot of table to work with as long as she doesn't get herself behind the 8 ball. Old school, I will. It will. I have faith. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, my goodness. She is just fine. No problem at all. Close. I think I mentioned the other day I'm working with 4 Imprint And they're making... I'm having several things made for the players as well. Oh, no. Cheryl Yenner's the 11 ball. She had a shot on the 8. Dan, that was a fun night. That was Kevin Dorn that was in the booth. And he had no idea I actually put that under his name. And when I said it is when he kind of lost it, Mr. Barry Dingle. Oh, look at this. A reprieve for Cheryl Erbrecht. Look at this. Almost straight in on the 8 ball to tie up this match at 2 apiece. As long as she doesn't yenner this in the side. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're all knotted up at 2. Again, if you're just joining us and you haven't subscribed to the channel, probably Al Jordan, given the fact that he just found it from what he said. Would you drink yourself into a hidden forest somewhere under a rock? What happened? Yenner the new Munson. What's going on, Mr. Kilberg? Also one of the contestants in the 1.4. Going to be playing Landon Downs, as a matter of fact. Youngster. Played in the junior tournament last September. August, not sure. Anyway, if you've not been here before, what I was saying is this is the new format. No more spinning of the wheel. Ooh, white ball down. No more spinning of the wheel. It is 3 separate sets in one match. It is a race to 4 8 ball, race to 5 9 ball, race if it does go to a third set, then it's going to be a race to 4 10 ball. So Fred Renner was alluding to, yes, still one of the best comment. If you don't know who Bill Larson is, I'd say you're missing something in life, but it's kind of pushing it. The question was asked a while back is, what do you work on when you practice? What is it? What does your practice routine look like? And Bill Larson responded with, he's working on his stance. If you did not know, Bill Larson is in a wheelchair. Well, looks like. Ooh. I think he might have a shot. Oh. Oh. 2 is still on the table. Cheryl has an opportunity, if she doesn't yenner this rack, to pull out into the lead. 3-2. Al Jordan. So Sergeant B playing on Cheryl's table once. I guarantee you those diamond pockets look like swimming pools tonight. Wow. So she plays on some seriously tight pockets. I get it. I take it. Al Jordan, no. I've been watching you beat Danny and Scott over. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Oh. That's apparently not a very big swimming pool over there. But left Meng with very little to shoot at, if anything. Al Jordan, Danny and Scott, who? Danny. Yep, you lost me somewhere along the way. I'm easily confused. All kinds of comedians in the chat tonight. Ah, yes. Al, that was a really good match, and we got like one roll in the very beginning that was pretty profound. But I got hats off to my partner Mike Masevich, because he played really well, and that last shot to get me on that 7 ball in the side was, because I left him like shit, was pretty impressive. He played good. But Daniel Lannis and Scott Rasmussen played just as well. We just got a little bit just a smidge better. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. The 1.0 champion saves little cheddar. All right, Cheryl's got to find her way over to that 11 ball. Play this combo. Should have a shot on the 14, as long as she doesn't hit it too hard. Uh-oh. This is no good. Old school. I'll tell you what, I am so pleased with how these Scotch doubles matches have gone so far. Other than 2 out of the 11, we've got one more left, everybody. If you've not been watching them, make sure that you come back. Saturday morning, it's obviously is the last match. We've got Lyle Gable and Chad Wagner taking on Sage Sopa and Bill Sorensen. For whatever reason, they decided to play it at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. I hope it rains. But the mic'd up, it's been fun. It has been entertaining, to say the least. Josh Jolitz and Mason Cook the other night taking out Meng Vang and Joey Young. That was another good match. What a hit. What a fabulous hit by Meng Vang. That was beautiful. Nicely done. Yeah, no doubt. Old school art. There has not been one match that was not, well, and nothing against the Scott Squared, Scott Haskins and Scott Kugel. It was not their night. Then I forgot what was the other match? Tarek Hamden and Peyton Fulkerson against Zach Hagencord and Steve Hill Martin. That was another match that was lopsided. A couple of opportunities with Steve and Zach that did not end up in their favor. But they really entertaining matches. I think Cheryl is going to have to... She's got to play this 12 ball in the side right now. She cannot shoot that 14 first. I mean, she can, but it's not something I would recommend because I would much rather see her split these 2 balls apart than to do it on the last shot or the second last shot, because if the 9 ends up in a bad spot, then she has no shot. The 14 is very much of it's a safety net. I'd actually like to see her play the 9 all the way down in the corner. Well, if she gets out, then that's all that matters. Ooh, and she left herself on the rail. So this is kind of what I was talking about. Now she has to play the 12. Well, she doesn't have to, but she's got to get perfect on the 9 after this. And it's still very safe because of where the 2 is. She's still in very good position even if she does miss it. Wow. Hit it fantastic. This is why my commentary is very, very much like Dan Yenner playing pool. It's mediocre at best. And nobody can disagree with that. Beautiful. So Chad Wagner says Sage Sopa's son's birthday. Yes, he did mention that. Lyle's got a singing gig. Yeah, if you've never heard, it's called Free Time. Lyle's band. They got some good music out there. They do well. Wow, what a great out. What a fabulous out by Cheryl. And that is 3 in a row for her. That puts her on the hill as well. Very nice. So Mike has been my partner's been, whining and complaining about the first round has been taking so long. I'll tell you what, it's gone faster than I really thought it would. I've said it many times already that it started out as triple scotch, and if that would have ever gone through, we wouldn't have finished round 1 until December of next year. So I'm pretty happy with how first round has gone so far. It's been sporadic, but it always works out the way it's supposed to. That's just my outlook on life. That getting the 499 up and running, allowing me the time to do the Midwest KO Challenge. So I'm very happy with the last match being on Saturday, and then we're gonna be doing the live drawing to get round 2 started. I should really talk about some of the sponsors tonight. That would be nice. So if Cheryl can pull off this game, which there is an ugly little cluster with the 9, 6, 3, 14 congestion down there. If she can pull off this game, then we are going to go to 9 ball. I think it's a good choice taking solids for Cheryl. She'd have to throw it just a smidge, but I think that 3, 6... Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Let me guess. Old school. I have a feeling I know what's coming. Oofta. Do it. Man, I hope it is. That just became one of my new favorite sayings again. So we got 2 new sayings tonight. We've got oofta, which isn't, it's not new, but you've been yennered is, I don't think there's that much that's going to top that. You know, it's funny you say that, old school, because that's one of the things that I face it almost every day, because I get the private messages from people that have been wanting to sign up for whatever tournament it is, and so be it. I honestly, I really don't care. I've developed thicker skin than I ever even imagined I could develop. That's a good save. But it's funny how many, even tournament directors, even promoters, even pool hall owners that have criticized, man, you're taking too much, or make sure you account for all of the money, and we want to see it, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. The story goes on and on and on. But it's like Dave Dolly. If you don't want to see the movie, don't stand in line to get a ticket. Was talking to one of the other guys from Michigan, as a matter of fact. He wanted to sign up for the $5.99 and under. And he loved the format and everything. And I just flat out told him, come hell or high water, no matter what, I am going to do whatever I possibly can to change the landscape of amateur pool. Which is why, and I've said it a million times already, that the Midwest KO Challenge is just a stepping stone to making it a national event next year. Because I really want to give an amateur player a check for $150,000. Am I going to make money doing it? God, I hope so. Otherwise, I work for free. I don't think anybody does that, do they? Let's talk about pool. Whoa. He entered that one. Holy cow. That's a full Dan Yenner. That wasn't even close. As a brand new player to the stream, I can't speak for him, but I really believe that Meng is probably starting to feel the pressure of, again, being up 2-0, coming out of the gate, playing really well, and now finds himself down 3-2 with his opponent on the hill. That's the kind of pressure that Bill Larson feels when he eats at Taco Bell. Something you don't want to take or deal with sitting down. Well, until you... Never mind. No, see, Dan Yenner, we can't... well, old school, yes. It's the field of dreams for pool. Call it what you will. I like it, though. I like it a lot. Nice shot. I think she called safe. Well, nope, she did not. We can't use the... He hit that. That's Taylor Collars. Yeah, I believe it. Did somebody ever get Bill? We talked about this a couple of times. We were going to get him some spinners for his wheelchair wheels. Some lights, like some chrome. I think that'd be a nice gift for Bill. She entered that one too. But did not leave Meng with any offensive shot at all. Yeah, Sergeant B. I have a very pleasant conversation with her prior to, and I mentioned this before. I did not know that she was the mom of Dave and Cap, and those were. It was nice to get to know her just a little bit, and she came out with when she was practicing prior to the match starting. I'm like, damn, this lady can play. Never thought that she couldn't, but I just never seen her play before. So if Meng can pull off this game, see, this is where this new format is going to get very exciting. Instead of winning the match, so you're trying to win 2 out of 3 sets, no matter what. No matter what the score is, it doesn't matter. As long as you're winning the set. So I should really make a graphic for this. I'm going to put that on my list of things to do to make it a little bit more easier when I'm describing it. There's exciting parts throughout the entire match instead of just at the very end where it gets down to hill. You've got one glorious moment, if you will. Kind of like Dan Yenner after a minute and a half. Okay, moving along. But to have, there's multiple times within the match where it's going to get very exciting. I think Cheryl's going to win the 8-ball, and then Meng is going to win the 9-ball, and then we're going to go to 10-ball, race to 4, and it's going to it's going to end up 3-3, and we're going to go to a shootout. I think that would be fabulous. Old school. Past your bedtime. What are you, 70? No offense to anybody. That's, you know what? Never mind. What time do you get up in the morning, old school? Or the afternoon? You're not like Dan Yenner, are you? You get up at the crack of 1. It does not look like that 4-15-1 combo goes. So, I'm Cheryl. I'm going to try to pocket this 3-ball and get some... Oop. Okay, 9 will go off the rail, off the 3, and in the corner, but after that, not sure what Meng is going to do. You get up at 3 in the morning? Dear Lord. What's going on, Randy Parlick? No apologies necessary. Thanks for tuning in, as always. This is one of the things that I think Meng is going to have to, and it's just experience. Is that would have been a very good place to play safe. Ooh. She did not want to nudge that 4 ball at all. But I think she's okay yet. I would actually... She has to take the cut on the 3. Randy Parlick, what do you do? That work got in the way. I hate it when work gets in the way of pool. Nicely done. That is nicely done by Cheryl. Here's something she has to avoid. I mean, I think she's safe, but there is potential if she makes the 4 of the cue ball caromming off the 15 and getting very close to the pocket as well. I don't think it's going to go in if she has enough follow to it. Yeah, and she's going very high cue ball here. You can't see it from... There we go. There's a better view. Let's see if I can get this one right where... Oh, boy. She's fine. All right, this 8 ball, unless she enters it, is going to wrap up the first set of this match. Masonry work. Dear Lord, you are a hard-working man. No, thank you. I've been in construction most of my life, on and off for like 35 years, and that's one job I never ever wanted to do. I did roofing for 6 years. That was bad enough, but I do not envy you at all, Randy. Oh, no! Oh, my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. No way. That's a loss. No, yeah. 3-3. What? They started with the man. Wow. So they were questioning the fact does the 8 get spotted, so on. And no, in 8 ball, had she missed, obviously then, it's just Meng's shot. But if you make the 8 and scratch, subsequently, that is a loss of game. Which brings us to Hill in the first set. Why wouldn't it get exciting? Rolling Star. No doubt. You've been doing it for 37 years? How old are you, Randy, if I may ask? You don't have to. You can lie if you want to. Nobody's going to know the difference. Well, except for people that know you. My little body is beat to shit. I did rough framing, 4-5 years of on my hands and knees doing trim, all finish work, and again, like 6 years of roofing, 3 years of siding. Yeah, no, my body just can't take it. He's your age, Roger. 71? He's 71? 102. Oh, you age well, Randy. You look really good for your age. All right. So the gentleman, the hippie bus boutique or lady, says not from your area. Have no idea what a Yenner reference is. I'll tell you what. Let's have somebody in the chat describe what a Yenner reference is. And it's spelled. I'll spell it out for you. Man, she hit that with authority. I like it. Nicely done. Yes, and she may run out here. These are really good. This is why I let the chat handle this, because these are so much better descriptions than what I could have given. The Kingpin reference is fabulous. Bill Murray. Hitting balls into a rail and then crying about it. Wow. Well done. Cheryl is on a mission after the faux pas or yennering the last game. Been trying to think of who the Woody Harrelson is the other big actress or actor in the Kingpin, right? Oh, duh. Now, of course, he puts it in there. I hear you, Fred. Ooh. Cheryl's going for the... I don't like this. But it may be that she's afraid to get a horrible angle on the 11 ball. That she's playing the bank. Oh, look at this. Now what do you do? Cheryl has got one heck of a run going here. I think she's just got to play this 13 and take what she gets in the lower right-hand corner. I think it goes past the 7, but it's pretty tight. And then she runs the risk of getting behind the 6 as well. Yes, a.k.a. Roy Monson. This, for a table run to complete the set for Cheryl Erbrecht. She has to try and avoid the scratch, though. I think if she just goes straight forward, this cue ball is going to kiss off the 7. If she hits it nice and full, obviously that's going to stop it from going in. But if she hits this thin, there's a good chance she could scratch on the 8 ball again. Not trying to commentators curse her, but, well, yes, I am. It's not real. And I get extra points for doing it. What's going on, Scott Haskins? I like your middle name. Is that new? When is Yenner's match? He's not. Never. He's tried every KO challenge. Look at this. Wow. Wow, what an out. Holy All right. The players have requested a quick break. So I'm going to actually do the same. So don't go anywhere, because I've got a couple of things that I'm going to try to put together before we get back to the action. So that, well, let me score that first. And we actually have another match that's going on. I mentioned it earlier. They're playing at Margell's in Fond du Lac. We got Jim Sorensen and Danny Hill, I believe. So we're going to check in on that score. But Cheryl takes the first set of 8-ball, and then we're going to be playing a race to 5 9-ball next. So don't go anywhere unless you want to get yennered. No, there's sound. It's just not on. I had to go potty. I'm back. Thanks, Randy. You son of a... Yeah, mother... Kiss my... Oh, jeez. The ball's falling in everywhere. 2 goes in, 2 rails, 3 rails. Cue ball goes in the side. Stuff falling in everywhere. Makes it a little bit easier for Meng to get from the 3 to the 4. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. Whoa, boy, did she enter that one. She entered that one good. Still working on that, Jason. Oh, my goodness. Scratches again. Doesn't leave a lot of work left for Cheryl to mop up. All right. She has left herself a little bit of a tweener. Definitely would be cutting it in the side. Yeah, I agree, old school. He's very good at pocketing balls. Finishing a rack is kind of his weakness right now. Pattern play is not, and that's just that just comes with experience or lack thereof. All right, so we've got 1-0 already in this race to 5-9 ball. So again, if you were not here earlier, if it does come down to Cheryl winning this first set or second set, 5-2 whatever, the set's or the match is complete. All right, looks like a dry break and a shot for Meng on the 1 ball. Going the wrong direction to get on the 2, but I believe he can get there. Yes, agreed. Old school, no doubt. Yeah. Hooked himself on the 5 already. All right, good hit. But leaving Cheryl with a shot at the 2 in the side, can drift forward right between the 4 and the 5 to get the shape on the 3. And he's hooked again. That never helps, obviously. Good hit, but left Cheryl with a straight-in shot on the 4 ball. Ooh, don't get behind the 8-ball. She's behind the 8-ball. All right, Cheryl's going to have to kick at the 6, I think. Unless she owns a jump cue. What a horrible rub on the 7-ball. Now he's got either a super, super thin cut on the 7 in the side, or he's got to bank it back right at us here. Eesh. Yep, agreed. Not something I recommend ever agreeing with Mike Masevich, but sometimes you have to. Yep. Cheryl's going to have to come up with a shot here, though. She is pretty flat on this 8-ball. I think she's got enough angle where she can come 2 rails and back over to the 9, but she's going to have to force this a little bit with... Yeah, not easy. Not easy at all. Left herself long into the Vincent. Oh, and nails it. Dead center pocket. Giddy up. What a shot. 2-0 in favor of Cheryl in set number 2. Jeez. This lady's got some game. All right. Unsuccessful on the one ball. Bringing Meng back to the table. What's going on, John Wilcoit? I have seen those before. As a matter of fact, Projection Pro Billiards, Tom Flanagan sent me a bunch of those, the wheelie bridge. They're pretty cool. Not just for old guys, they're also for short guys. Excuse me. And Bill Larson. All right, he's got a shot. Not exactly what he wanted, but he's still at the table, so that's all that matters. Oh, no. Oh, and he got away with it. He is very fortunate. All right, Cheryl's having to kick at the 7 ball. I would have actually gone the other way. Oh my gosh, she's going to get away with this. What a kick. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. Oh, this cue ball's got to hit a rail. Oh, just barely. That is a good hit. Oh, no, this is going to go on the other side. Well, I think it pretty much goes without saying. Meng has to have these 3. Or, I mean, 2. Now 1. I like the fact that he backed off. Just, oh my goodness. He almost missed it. But did not. So Meng opens his account. Like I said, must have on this second set. Thanks, John Wilquett. Much appreciated. Sorry, everybody. So if you if you hear all the clicking in the background, that's I'm always working on something, trying to watch the match at the same time. But my scoreboard really bothered me because there was there's some stuff on the bottom that just really didn't. It just annoyed me. So not that you needed to know all that, but that's what I've been working on. So I just updated the scoreboard. Just a little cleaner. Thanks for answering that question, Kyle. What's going on, Andy Coons? I am actually going to step out just for a second. Be right back. All right, no hit for Cheryl. So ball in hand for Meng. And this is not, honestly, the hardest shot is the first one. From the 1 to the 2, because the rest is pretty simple. Oh, boy. Letting Cheryl back at the table again. Oh, no. Oh, it's going to sit on the rail, though. Yeah, doesn't leave Meng with a shot. And doesn't leave. He might leave Cheryl with a combo. Not an easy one, though. 3-7 combo. That's no picnic. Man, I'm not sure. I think I'd try to play safe here if I was Meng. Jimmy Newman, what's going on? True story. Oh my gosh. Makes the combo 3-9 and scratches. Ugh. Wow. Yep. She's dead straight on the 6 ball again. I mean, super straight. She's going to have a hard time getting on the 7 ball. Super draw. Yeah, and that's typically what happens. Rattle it. Oh, now she has left Meng with a pretty simple shot to get to the 7 ball. I think I'd actually play this on the short side. Not quite that close, but needs just a smidge of finesse. Oh boy, I was gonna say finesse, but that's not finesse. Ended up perfect for the side though. You gotta bear down. You definitely want to make this and make it 2-2 versus giving Cheryl. Never mind. It's dead center. 2 apiece. They need ironing or what?
Chewing on this thing or what?
I might need another. All right, we got some action. Good shot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Woo. Got away with it. Long, brutal shot on the 2 ball. Almost on the rail. I'll tell you what. He makes this, and he's got a really good chance at getting out of this one. Wow. Nice shot by Meng. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's going to follow it up. Ooh. Jeez. Beautiful. I don't know what everybody was worried about. Thought for sure that was scratching in the side. Uh-oh. He has left himself really challenging, if you will, on the 6 ball. And if he doesn't get good shape on the 7, he's looking at a scratch in the side. Yeah, caught one of the outer points. Big opportunity for Cheryl again. No way. Are you serious, Andy? You have... Oh, nice shot. Good shot by Cheryl. You have Wisconsin pool players' gear? Let me do some digging. Let me see if I can find what you're talking about. Woo! That's a beautiful 3-railer by Cheryl. Not the way I would recommend playing it, but if you're Dan Yenner, that's his style. So this is kind of the opposite of the last match. Well, not, I wouldn't say completely opposite. Ooh, this is going to come out. Oh, my goodness. That is a very, very fortunate miss. Quite the roll. I think I would actually kick from behind this, come to the right side of the 9 ball and back because it's an easier hit. And you might get a little bit luckier that way. I would not recommend going long rail for it. Yeah, I like this much better. Easier to hit it. Oh, look at this. No. Oh. Oh. What a shot. Oh, my goodness. That was a hell of a kick. And had shape on the 9. Not simple for Cheryl either. Oh, she hit it good. This is going to come up a little bit cheddar, though. Ooh, boy. This is not a simple shot on this side pocket. That is pretty tiny from that angle. Oh, dead center. Dead center. No problem. Oops. All right. He's got to avoid hitting this 9 ball and actually avoid getting behind the 6. Whee! Little firm. I would actually come 2 rails behind or by the bottom right corner instead of going the long direct. Boy, oh boy. He's going to the right side of the 4, behind the 9, around the 8. I'll tell you what, if he gets a hit, then, oh my gosh. He did not miss it by much at all. That was a hell of an effort. Okay, Cheryl with ball in hand. I like this. This is a good way to get on the 4 ball. Unless you miss it. And that makes it a lot harder. Oh, no. Not a nice kiss off the backside of the 4 ball. Pressure's on for Meng. He can't afford to let Cheryl get to the hill or win. What's going on, Amy Bauman? Well, if Cheryl can pocket this 4 in the side and give herself a good leave on... Uh-oh, never mind. Commentator's curse. She just hooked herself on the 7. I think she can see she could see a piece of it, but she left it dead in the jaws for Meng with not a lot of hard work to get out on this rack. Kind of a funky angle on this 6 ball to a blind pocket. So he's gonna. He's already. Ooh, as long as this doesn't spin, this is ideal. Nice. I can play the 7 in the same pocket and stop it right there. Maybe draw it back just a smidge. And pulls a Yenner. Pulls a Dan Yenner. Shoots it right into the rail. I think we need to see what's going on that other match that's going on at Margel's in Fond du Lac. See what's happening there. Oh, this is going to sit right on top of the cue ball. Ugh. Super thin cut in the side, if he so chooses. Couple of fortunate rolls for Cheryl this game. Jim Sorensen taking down set number 1. What a beauty. Oh, what a beauty. And has a shot. He's kind of complaining a little bit. I don't know why. This is ideal. Got a little bit thin. Look at that. Straight in. Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket. To make it tie up again. And it is. Why wouldn't it be? Three to 3. Love it. All right, here's what Andy Coons was talking about. If you want one of the most comfortable jersey or hoodie or half zip, full zip, check out the Onboard Sportswear Wisconsin Pool Players Society. This is a personalized, just for Andy Coons and Wisconsin Pool. Absolutely love it. One of my all-time favorite jerseys. Love the colors. The Brewers colors, specific for Andy. $65 for the jersey, whether it be a pro collar or a polo collar. And then you've got the full hoodie. Pullover is $75. And then the full zip or half zip, I believe, is $85. Completely personalized. Includes shipping. Can't beat it. If you want one of them, check it out. Send Andy a message. All right, we've basically got a race to 2. Meng must win this set to force a third set. If Cheryl wins the next 2 games or 2 of the next 3 games, the match is over with. And Cheryl advances. Voted best design by Brandon Jacoby. Oh, that's quite an honor. Oh, look at this Bank. She's making balls everywhere. Banks the 2 in. The 3 hits the 7, or cue ball hits the 7 ball. 7 puts the 8 in. Leaves herself with a shot on the 3, although a very long one. There's potential if she does make this. She's really got to be careful she doesn't get behind the 6 or the 9. And this is not an easy shot for Cheryl. Oh, here's what I said. Don't knew it. But look at what she did to the 6. Never mind. 6-7 actually goes. The combo goes in the side. She doesn't even have an easy hit here. I think I got the first actual commentator's curse tonight. Thank you very much. All right, Cheryl going 2 rails. And what? Wow. What a big, big shot for Meng. These 3 balls are huge right now. Oh, no. Okay, Cheryl with the opportunity to go up or get herself on the hill, I should say. She can make this. She can. Oh, never mind. Ooh. Left Meng really tough, though. Oh, no. Goes. Look at this. You got to be kidding me. Makes the 7. He's got. Makes the 7 and ends up with no shot on the 6 ball. Oh, my goodness. Oh, drills it. Drills the bank. Drills the bank. And now what has he got, though? Oh, man. Oh, that's not going to go in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! I think he just got away with it, though. Oh, and drills the bank. Just drills the bank. Look at this. To put her on the hill. Get that score changed in just a second. All right, cue ball down. All right, Cheryl is on the hill. Again, Meng must have this game or the match is over. It's working, Andy. It's taking a while. Good shot. And he actually left himself with a pretty decent angle. He can just float forward on this four. Man, he needs to take a little bit more time on this. And that's the reason why. That is the reason why he rushed that shot quite a bit. So this is an opportunity for Cheryl to put this match away. Be done. The only thing that might be trouble for Cheryl is the 7 to the 8 ball is going to be. Oh, never mind. The 5 to the 6 ball now. Because she's left herself in a bad spot on the 6. Looks like she's playing the bank in the bottom left hand. Yep, she was. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and she has left Meng a shot. Gotta have it. Telestrator works too. Just haven't been using it. Oh, dear. Ooh, boy. Uh-oh. Meng has left himself on the rail. Whoo! This is really tough to get on this 8 ball from where he's at. And the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen to Meng is to scratch. Giving Cheryl ball in hand on the 8 to win the match. 8 to the 9. Oh, brutal. Man, I wanted to go to a shootout. I know Cheryl did not. This ain't no gimme. And it's in the Vincent Didio Memorial pocket, so you never know what could happen. But this is for a victory for Cheryl Erbrecht. She can pull off this 9 ball. Down she goes. All right. Congratulations to Cheryl Erbrecht. And you know what? Put your hands together, everybody, for Meng Vang. Meng Vang. Did an incredible job tonight. The very first time, again, being on a live stream in a big buy-in tournament. I give him a lot of credit. Old School mentioned it a couple of times before. You got to give him a lot of credit for how well he did tonight. So, but congratulations to Cheryl. She is moving on into round 2. So, the next matchup, folks, is the last match of round 1 of the Scotch doubles. So, you are not going to want to miss this. And I mentioned it before. I hope it rains Saturday morning here in Wisconsin, because it'll get all the viewers to watch this instead of going outside, because the weather's, if it is nice, obviously people are going to want to get out in spring. But we got Lyle Gable and Chad Wagner. Lyle is definitely going to be the one mic'd up. And then we've got who are they taking on? I can't even think of it right now. Brain fart. Either way, come join me on Saturday morning for a whole lot more of the mic'd up antics. And until then, thank you as always for being here. I appreciate all the new subscribers tonight. I see it went up by quite a few, so much, much, much appreciated. Thank you to all of the sponsors. And I apologize, we didn't get to any of them. I've been trying to do so many other things to get ready for a Saturday. and the Midwest KO Challenge coming up. There's a lot going on. So thank you so much to everybody, and we will see you as soon as that comes up on the very bottom. You, the viewers, of course. We will see you Saturday morning. Thanks, everybody.